Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. This is your match preview for Newport County versus Manchester United in the FA Cup. A big game for United, I suppose, like we say all the time, given the fact that it's basically the last piece of silverware we can get this season. But we've got plenty to talk about. We're going to talk about players returning. We're going to talk about a big opportunity to build some confidence. We're going to give our, predicted 11 and score predictions. But let's jump straight into it. So first and foremost, let's talk about players returning. Obviously, we've got some big names that are coming back into the fold for Manchester United, and it's long overdue, basically. Obviously the main two were Casemiro and Lisandro Martinez. Now, they were involved in the matchday squad for our last game out. And Martinez did come on for the final few minutes of that game as well. But it's good to have these players back training, hopefully back proper, match fit now, and being able to really start to contribute for the remainder of the season. We've also got the likes of Luke Shaw coming back into the team as well, into the squad at least, and Harry Maguire also. They've trained with the first team this week, full training sessions, so everything looks okay there on that end. Manchester United need these types of players back. We need depth in our squad again. We haven't had it. We've been ravaged with injuries all season. And look, we won't get into that because we've mentioned it so many times throughout the season. But, Luke Shaw at left back, I think, is a big one. We've had Delors playing at left back on numerous occasions. Obviously, Sergio Reguilon came in and he was sent back, and it looks like Malacia is going to be another few weeks before he's back as well. So we need Luke Shaw to come in and hit the ground running again and make that left back spot his own. Harry Maguire at centre back, it creates options within the defence, I think, because Harry Maguire, before he got injured, was playing really, really well, in fairness to him. We look to get rid of him in the summer. He's put his head down, he worked hard, and got a good extended run in the team. And it was all on merit because he was playing well. But we've got Rafael Varane there as well now. Lisandro Martinez is coming back as well. So there is going to be competition for places, and that's what we want more than anything else. Midfield then as well is key with Casemiro. And obviously I'll go into my starting 11 in a few moments, but Casemiro playing in midfield, more than anything else, I'm looking forward to, and hopefully we see an awful lot of him alongside Kobbie Mainoo. I'm really, really looking forward to that, because Kobbie Mainoo, as a young lad, has been asked to do an awful lot defensively since he's come into the team, and he's the weight on his shoulders doesn't seem to be too heavy, in fairness to him. So Casemiro coming in, I think, will allow the likes of Kobbie Mainoo to play a little bit more advanced in the team. This is what I'm hoping now. I hope Erik ten Hag does this. Because we know the likes of Christian Eriksen hasn't really got the legs anymore within the, to do 90 minutes. The physicality aspect is not there in his game either. So I think Kobbie Mainoo is the ideal replacement for Christian Eriksen to slot into that number 8 role when you've got someone like Casemiro behind you. So look, these players returning can only be a positive thing for Manchester United. Let's hope they can hit the ground running, and we can really kick on and put on a good run of fixtures and results. Now, next up, it's time to get a bit of consistency. And I think that's the key issue that we've had this season. Obviously, we've had all of the injuries and so on and so forth, and, poor performances and this and that. But the main thing with Manchester United this season has been inconsistency. And it's been so evident. I mean, even if we look at the game since the Liverpool game, draw against Liverpool, lose against West Ham, win against Aston Villa, lose against Forest, win against Wigan, draw against Spurs. There's no consistency there whatsoever. And it's something that Manchester United really need to improve on for the remainder of the season if we're going to have any, I suppose, chance of trying to go on and maybe win the FA Cup and trying to get back into that top 4. I still think top 4 is going to be very difficult. However, I only say that because of the inconsistencies of United and how we've played this season so far. I think there has been inconsistencies around us as well with other teams. Like if we look at the Premier League table, it's quite evident that, obviously we've got Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, and Aston Villa as well are keeping pace as well. Spurs have had a little bit of a wobble since they've got injuries. West Ham are right up there. It's hard to envisage them lasting the pace along with Brighton. So there is opportunities there for United, who are sitting in 8th. We currently sit, what are we off? We're 11 points off. If we can put a run of games together and start putting some consistent performances in, I don't think it's that difficult. Well, not that difficult. I don't think it's too far to think we could actually try and get into that top 4. If you were asking me to bet on it now, I would bet against it. But we have to get consistent in our performances. Obviously the FA Cup is the last competition that we can realistically win. Obviously, you would say mathematically you can still win the Premier League. It's never going to happen. But the players returning that we just mentioned a few moments ago in relation to Casemiro, Martinez, Luke Shaw, if they can stay fit and we can get a settled 11 on the pitch, then I do think we will be able to, hopefully go on and put some consistent performances in. It's going to take a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, and I think a mentality shift more than anything else. And I think the likes of especially Casemiro and Martinez more than anything else coming back into that dressing room with the kind of mentality that they have can really help us go on and do that. Now let's talk about our predicted 11. Now again, look, I'm going to go strong in my predicted 11. I think Erik ten Hag will go strong. No disrespect to Newport County, but there's no real reason for Manchester United to have to go strong against them. You could put out a reserve side or maybe play a lot of the youth as well, and you would be hoping that Manchester United could get a result against them. But I think the reason, more so than anything else, that I want to see a strong side out is to get these players back that we've been talking about. And the more game time we can play together as a settled 11, the better it's going to be, and the quicker we can start to hopefully go on and put a bit of a run on. We've got Wolves in the Premier League on Thursday night as well. So get these players in, get them playing with one another. You don't have to give them all 90 minutes. We can make our 5 substitutions, and get the likes of, if it's Casemiro or Luke Shaw or whoever it may be, off the field to give them a bit of a rest. But this is the starting 11, guys, that I'm going to go with. This is my predicted 11. Again, let me know yours in the comment section below. I'm going to start with, obviously, Bayindir in goal. Andre Onana is away on international duty, so Bayindir in goal. A back 4 then, I've gone with Delot at right back. I've gone with Luke Shaw at left back, straight back in there. And then a centre back partnership of Varane and Martinez. Again, that partnership we seen last season. And I think last season's success was based heavily on the fact that, we had such a settled back 4 last year and they really gelled well together. So let's hope we can get that again. Midfield 3 then, I think is quite clear. Obviously, I mentioned it already. Casemiro, Menu and Bruno Fernandes. I think this is our ideal midfield 3 for the remainder of the season. Hopefully we can keep them all fit. But I think it's good balance that we've got in there. I'd be very interested to see how Casemiro does coming back, what his fitness levels are like, his intensity levels, his hunger. We'll see about that between now and the end of the season. And then a forward line then of Marcus Rashford on the left, Garnacho on the right and Højlund through the middle. This is going to be our front 3 for the remainder of the season. You would expect, obviously Anthony is not doing anything really. Martial is injured. I think Palestri has gone out on loan, I think, as well. So this is basically going to be it. Now, you do have players like Mason Mount coming back in that you could potentially play on the right-hand side in weeks to come. But I think this is our strongest 11. And I don't see why we wouldn't do it against Newport. Go out, get some game time into the legs of these players returning, and let's get the settled 11 back together again. But like I said, let me know your predicted 11 in the comment section below. If I'm going with a score prediction, guys, look, Manchester United should have more than enough to get the job done here against Newport County, and a big opportunity for us to go on, get a bit of confidence, get some goals into this team as well. We've been sorely lacking goals this season, but let's go out and get some goals. I'm going to go with a 4-0 win to Manchester United. I think we should have more than enough to get the job done. But again, let me know your score predictions in the comment section below, guys. If you do want to get involved in our match build-up video as well, please do send me your 60-second clips of your match previews, your predicted United 11, your score predictions, all that kind of stuff. Take out your phone, put it in landscape mode, and send me your 60-second clips to unitedcommunitychannel@outlook.com. I'll put them all together, and then we will be uploading our match build-up video an hour or two before the game. I can't, unfortunately, do a watch-along this weekend for the game. It's my little lad's christening tomorrow, so unfortunately I won't be doing a watch-along. But I'll have the usual match previews and match reactions over on TikTok as well, so make sure you're checking that out also. Please do smash a like on the video, guys. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a great day.